Hey everyone, I'm Yvette Lloyd, host of Life Her podcast. I would like to welcome a powerhouse entrepreneur and advocate, and she is a CEO of a major hair and beauty company and nationally recognized, ethically all sourced and vegan and cruelty as far as like free beauty brands and so many more. She's doing amazing things from Times Square billboards to featured in Ellie. And also, she has built a brand that celebrates a different type of elegance and empowerment in so many ways. And she is a survivor of domestic violence, and she uses her platform to inspire, advocate, and prove the resilience that can be led into a remarkable success. Guys, I would like to welcome you, Schenika, to Life Her podcast. Hey, girl.
Hey, thank you. Girl, that was an amazing introduction. My goodness.
Oh, you're welcome. It's so crazy when I say that all the time to people. They always say that, and they be like, "That's me." I'm like, "Yes,
Yeah,
that's
it
you."
made me reflect a little bit like, wow. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about the
Yes.
billboard part.
Listen, we gotta hear our recognition sometimes. We work so hard and we just do what God led us to do, but it's like we never sit back and reflect. And that was your
Absolutely.
reflection.
It was.
Yes. So tell me, it's been what, 5 years since you've been on the
Yes.
podcast show. What's been happening, girl?
Oh my gosh, who would have thought 5 years would be as it's been? We had COVID, we went through COVID, went through a total lockdown. I had to pivot from that. The good thing is that people now use more online for meetings during that period. So while we may be in pajamas from the bottom down, at least the waist up, we had to be presentable. So I was able to pivot during COVID because makeup was still a need. Um, People still want to look polished for meetings and we're Zooms because we did a lot of Zoom happy hours and all kind of
Mhm.
things during that time. Since then, we've been really, really booming. I've grown probably percentage wise. I'm not even about to pretend like I'm a mathematician, but the company has really been growing on a steady pace, and I'm super excited about that.
That is amazing. So your products are known for being ethically sourced by vegan and cruelty as far as like the free of it, of so
Yes.
much chemicals and everything, which is amazing. And it's good timing for you to actually let that be known now because a lot of people are drifting away from things and products and stuff with chemicals in it and they're actually reading it.
Mhm. I'm
So
people.
yes. So why is it important to you to build a beauty line of these different values at a core?
Well, for me, I built it upon myself and like my daughter and people around me. I have really sensitive skin. So if I'm not going to wear it, I wouldn't make anything for someone else to wear. And that's how I literally built the brand. It was off of my likes, dislikes, what I was looking for. And you have to realize people have different allergies too. So you can't just have pleasant scents like a nut oil or for a lip gloss or strawberry or whatever they may be. You have to be respectful of people's allergies and look at the total customer base and how big you want your line to be versus just you want something to smell good, look good, whatever the case may be. So that's literally how I built it based off of me, my sensitive skin. My daughter has sensitive skin. My granddaughter has eczema. So that's how I started. And that was in 19. When did I start the brand? I said 19. That's not true. That was in 2018. So we're actually coming up on 7 years on Monday, August 18th.
Wow, congrats.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank
So, it's so crazy because I just been like real strict on like my health journey and
you.
everything
Mm-hmm.
and with chemicals being and stuff. It's I forgot what the app is called. I think it's called Yuko or Yukon or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you scan each item. So, girl, I be in a grocery store or Walmart or even free on my phone, just scanning stuff, and it tells you if it's poor, good, bad,
Mhm, mhm.
excellent. It gives you so many levels, and girl, it's about the whole daggone store. It's
You be amazed.
terrible.
Yep, you won't be grocery shopping for long. You're gonna take it back and have a farm and go in your
Yes.
backyard and grow your own fruits and vegetables.
Yes. So it's just such a blessing to know that you have these products, because I went through so many beauty products as far as like for soap to wash my
Mhm,
hair or
mhm,
facial soap, all that stuff. It comes up poor, like horrible. And
yes.
just having something like this, I think a lot of people really should start researching on small businesses such as
Mhm.
yourself and others to actually get the root of everything. So I would like to appreciate you so much for continuing on, even though I know times get rough.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's we're living in a different world.
Yeah.
Things are a lot different, but again, you just have to find that little outlet and go ahead in.
Yes.
That's
So
part of the business.
yes, it definitely is. So the transition from summer to fall can be like big on beauty trends. What
Mhm.
inspired the latest Altman collection, and which product are you most excited about this season?
So honestly, beauty repeats itself.
Yeah.
We may go back to the 80s, the 70s, the 60s, the 50s, the 40s. Like it's just a repeated cycle. And that's just what it is. But what I'm looking forward to this winter, because when I launched this product, it was in spring, like late spring, early summer. Phenomenal. But I want to see how it works on my lips in the winter, and that's our duo lip scrubs. So it's a scrub on one side of it, and the opposite side is your moisturizer. So I'm really excited for that because I'm one of the people who my lips get a little dry in the wintertime. Because I still like my matte lips and all of that. And like people don't realize your lips need the same care as your face. You do a scrub
Yeah.
on your face, you do a scrub on your body. You need to do a scrub on your lips.
That is so true. It is.
Mhm.
So you built a powerhouse brand while facing challenges that that many people might not recover from. How did you find your mental and your emotional strength to keep going?
That's a good question. When I'm in my mode, I'm in my mode. So outside does not exist to me, if that makes sense. And even
Yeah.
when I was going through everything I was going through, it was like I just zoned into that moment. I didn't worry about what's next or anything. It was like full, this is what it is right now type of thing. But I've always been that way as well. My brother and I are 6 years apart, so it's safe to say I was the only child for so long. I played by myself and did all of that by myself, so I know how to go into that inner self for certain things. And that's what my motivation is. That, and because I've gone through so much, I know what my story can do for others. And instead of me being 6 feet where he wanted me to be, where I almost was, God saved my life to save others. So that's what I do.
Wow, that's a blessing.
Mhm.
To just even I've been hearing a lot more stories more than ever lately as far as women sharing their testimonies.
Yeah.
And what I love the most is I love seeing that women coming up out of it and
Mhm.
they just flourish. Like they flourish so much, and I find it very encouraging because they are encouraging other women. They may not
Mhm.
comment or they may not say anything, but it is a lot of women and even men as well. They look from afar and see how far you've come, and they watch your journey from being inspired. So yeah, it's great that you still keep going.
Thank you. Thank you. It gets rough at times.
Yeah.
There are moments where I'll speak and then I live in that moment.
Yeah.
So when I'm in that moment, like wherever I'm speaking, they get that. that version. And one thing about it is, I'm not going to sugarcoat what I've been through. For too many years, I was embarrassed about it. And COVID actually is what had me tell my story to begin with. I never shared that part of the story ever in my life. And a lot of family found out that way too.
Wow,
Um,
really?
yeah, I really did hide it. When I say I hid it, like those who knew, knew. My children
Mhm,
knew because they were a part of it
mhm.
until I was able to remove them out of that situation. Um, my close friend knew, but didn't know, if that makes sense, didn't know
Yes,
the extent of things.
yeah.
I've always tried to protect everybody I love because I'm like, if it's me, it's me. I mean, I'm not okay with it, but I'll be okay with it because before you harm my children, here I am. So I just, that's the mindset in anything I do. And that's the motivation. And that's why a lot of people come out and they are like really doing things, because when you're lost in that bubble and you're in that cycle and you've lost yourself, once you find yourself and reinvent yourself, you become unstoppable.
Yeah. You really do. What advice do
Mhm.
you have for women that's still stuck in the home with their abuser? Um, and how could they find ways to get out of that and to transition their mindset? Because some of them may be afraid, or
Mhm.
you have someone saying you will be nothing without me, you still need
Mhm.
me, you won't be able
Yeah.
to do these things without me, and they become
Right.
to believe it. So what are ways where they can transition their mindset knowing that they can do it and they'll be okay even if they're alone?
So we all have an inner strength. Channel your inner strength. You really have to go in. For me, I went into prayer, and I know everyone have different beliefs, but I went into prayer. Now, I didn't realize how powerful prayer can be until my prayer happened. And I'm
Mhm.
not going to go long in detail, but what I did, I prayed every day for God to remove me from that situation by any means necessary. Him removing me from that situation ended up in my house mysteriously catching fire, like mysteriously, again in
Wow.
quotes, catching fire. And the kids and I lost everything, but we gained 10 times more. That was
Mm.
because, again, my prayer was just to remove me. It
Yeah.
wasn't how I wanted you to remove me, it wasn't what I wanted. It was to remove me. And that was my daily prayer for 1 year straight. And
Wow.
the next thing you know, he removed me, but he also removed anything I carried from that time. For like, when I say we lost everything. A lot of stuff
Mm.
I was angry about. I didn't understand it because I lost stuff with my mom's. She passed away when I was 16. I lost stuff with my dad's. He passed away in 2013. My grandparents. So it was just like, wait, what did I really conjure up here? But in looking back, we have memories, number one. We have so much more. We have our lives.
Yeah.
And for me, so it was prayer first and then it was action. Because I worked every day, so it was just a little different for me, because some women depend on their abuser 24/7 to provide, to do everything. For me, I worked. I've always worked. The difference is, I because I was working, I was able to put up money. So I was planning silently. I was throwing things, I was cleaning up and cleaning out the closets silently. Every move I made sure I didn't deviate from the day to day person that I was, even though I was in prayer. I was gaining strength. I was tired. I was planning. I had a code word to use with my best friend, and she knew when I called and said that word to just come, no questions asked. And
Mm.
the good part is, it didn't come to that because, again, we had the fire, but the bad part is it took a fire to remove me from that situation. So
Man.
that's the thing. Stay consistent with what you're doing. Have your plan, have your code word. If it's just like the old days when we would dial an operator, say our name and hang up the phone. So,
Yeah.
or say, I'm here, I'm home safe, click. Do that. Definitely do that.
Wow. That is amazing though, because you just never know how God is gonna get you out of a situation. You be like, wait, hold up, hold up, hold up. And we just
Look,
be
I
like,
forgot I prayed for it. I said, "This not what I
yeah.
prayed for, is it?"
Yes, and he just be moving, and then at the end of the day, all you can do is just laugh at it. Once you're
Mhm,
healed and you
mhm.
think about it, you be like, "Man,
You're
he
like,
was a
"Okay, God, the
character."
joke was on me this
Yes.
time. Let me be more mindful of what I put out and what I pray
Mhm.
about. Thank you for
Yes.
removing me, but Lord, did I have to lose everything
I
and
mean,
start all
yes.
over?"
Yeah, that's the main thing. It's just like you
Mhm.
taking losses for something, but
Yep.
you're right. It could have been your life. It could have been your
Mhm.
kid's life. It could have been so
Yep.
much, but it's just now he done gave you a new birth, which is your business.
Exactly, and it's, you know what? It's not just the business, it's the people that I'm meeting because
That's
like I said, once
amazing.
I start speaking, it opened doors. I remember when I told my story, it was 11 something at night. By the next morning, I had so many DMs. It was mind-boggling, and it was
Wow.
people sharing their story, and even to this day, because, after a while, you're like, "Do I still wanna talk about this? Everyone
Mhm.
knows my story, blah, blah, blah." Um, but the messages I received, "Please keep going. Please keep telling your story." And then God has just added, like, more to the story. Um, so it's just like, okay, okay. So I'm motivated daily, like, keep going. You're blessing. I've had women tell me I've been a blessing to them just by looking at me and seeing how successful I am right now. And I'm like, really? They were like, that's
Yes.
motivation when you're going through things. And it might not be domestic violence. It could be drug abuse, alcohol abuse,
Yeah.
rape, molestation. It could be anything. It could just be mentally, you're not yourself. Um,
Yeah.
and that's what keeps me going. That really
Yeah.
is.
It really does because a lot of people don't understand, even though you're growing a brand, a person getting to know who's behind that brand and getting to know
Mhm.
them, it humanizes you. It's like, okay, she's human. She's like
Yeah.
one of me because for some reason when people see women like us, they be like, "Oh, she have it all together. She haven't
Yep.
been through nothing." But when we be more transparent when it comes to our lives and say different things, it makes people a lot more comfortable and relatable to us, and it gives them
Mhm.
hope and ambition. So I'm glad you haven't took the full testimony of your life fully away, but a
Right.
little here and there, it's very, very helpful.
It is. It is. I think I'm different because most people, I'm not going to say most people, some people build things around the financial aspect of it.
Yeah.
Me, this was a personal project for me.
Yeah. And that's what makes
And
your brand
that's
a blessing.
probably what made it so successful is
Yes.
because it's personal. When I first started, I was in my kitchen making lip gloss, and I remember I didn't have a business name, I didn't have anything, but I had clear bowls, and I had 4 different colors. I put them on my hand, and I put it on Facebook. I didn't think anything of it, and people were like, "I wanna buy this, I wanna buy this," and I'm like, "Really?" Like,
Mhm.
"Oh, okay." So I went and got the little clear squeeze tubes, still no name, no anything, but I sold out of everything I made, and I was like, "Wait a minute, I'm onto something here. Okay, Schenika,
Yeah.
the time is now." Because I always knew I was gonna do it, but I'm like, "The time is now."
Yes. That is now. So from you transitioning from your home situation over to you being with yourself and your kids, when was that moment when I know you created everything, but when you was like, let me take this more serious. I'm about to just take off.
You know what? It was right after that. It was after the Facebook post, which was in July. I was like, "Okay, wait a minute. Let me really get into my business mode now." And that's what I did. I started looking at names and I was like, well, wait, my granddaughter, let me see what her Dominican version of her name is. And I was like, oh, perfect. Natalia Me'Gan Beauty. There we go. Her American name, Natalia Me'Gan, but her Dominican name, Natalia Me'Gan, technically Me'Gan. But so I started with that. And then I got into the EIN. I went into the business aspects of everything because one thing I didn't want to do was put a product out that one, the name was already taken. Two, I wasn't fully established as a business. And
Mhm.
that's where a lot of people make mistakes as well. They'll have something, put it out there in a rush, but don't have their business plan, their EIN. They're not set up as an LLC, whatever entity they want to be set up as, and then it just brings on a bunch of other problems. Also, I had my business insurance set up, so I just made sure all of that was in order, and then I did my launch, which was August 18th, 2018.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So with you launching and everything, you've had your
Mhm.
products featured in on major TV sets and photo
Yes.
shoots. And what's really like the moment when you was like the first time on your that you saw your brand on television as a high profile setting?
Um, you know what it was? The Grammys with Jennifer Hudson.
That's
That
amazing.
was, yeah. And I had been, like you said, on billboards and everything, but it was just something about that particular platform that was just like oh my gosh, look at her. Like, wait, she's
Nice.
like, I mean, look, I got all clothes, like, okay. And I still go on my IG page and I'll just look at the pictures like with her and Mariah Carey. And, it just, it was that aha moment, but it was also that moment that was just like, okay, you're on to something, you've got it. Now you've got to keep it up. There's no slowing down. Once you reach a certain point, it's no slowing down. Even if you want to slow down just a little bit, you
No.
can't.
You absolutely can. So,
Mm-mm.
speaking of that, as a businesswoman who's been honored at events such as 100 Successful Women in Business conference, what habits or mindset shifts has been most important in sustaining with their success?
You know what? Always research and always learn. You need to be open to always learn because as fast as you master something, even quicker it's done and it's on to you have to master something else. Stay up to date with whatever your brand is, whatever the trends are, stay up to date with that, but also figure out how to do things different. Because if
Mhm.
everyone is doing the same thing, even though it'll be done differently, it's still the same thing. Like, how can you break out? How can you stand out? What can you differently? What can you do differently? Um, and that's it. And like I say, always, 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 always learn.
Yes.
Take time to study because even
Yes.
now, with all the new laws and business laws, and you have to know what you're doing. I
You
mean, you
do.
just have to. And for me, even though I have like my business attorney and my program, I have all of that, but I want to know for me. I don't want to depend on this person to tell me information that I can read for myself. So I've
Mhm.
always been that type as well.
So
You
with
can't
the
tell me nothing. I
I
need to
bet.
read it.
So we're in the phase right now where we're going through a huge marketing shift with a lot
Mhm.
of things. A lot of people want to see authentic brands. They want to know who you are and what are you doing. They be wanting to know a lot.
Everything.
And
They want all your business.
yes, they do. And then, we have AI now. So a lot
Mhm.
of people is utilizing AI on different ways on how to market. Have you tapped into any of the new style of marketing just yet?
So, yes and no. And I say that because I do use AI to generate certain flyers and everything. But as far as videos, I like being my authentic self. And it's
Yes.
nothing wrong with digital videos. Let me be clear. Whoever chooses to use it, use it. But AI can be misconceiving as well. We see all of these videos, like especially on TikTok, and they're
Yeah.
AI generated. And you're like, for me, it's just like, oh, okay, it's cute or whatever. But then it's a lot of misconceived information being generated through AI as well. So for me, as far as videos and authenticity, I'm going to stick to the traditional way. However, I do use AI, like I said, for flyers, um, sometimes for posts if I want to spunk a post up or something like that. But I
Mm,
stick to the truth
I
right
know
now,
that's
anyway.
right. So if you could give one piece of advice to women entrepreneurs who are starting from nothing, but
Mhm.
dream, what would it be?
Plan, map out everything. Don't jump out too fast. Don't jump out too slow. There's never a perfect time. The perfect time is when you really have your plan in order. And by that, I mean to make sure the business aspect of everything is done. You don't want to get sued for coming out using someone's name. Um, yeah, the goal is to sell, or if it's a magazine, whatever it is, you know what your goals are, but then also what are the steps you're going to take to accomplish each goal, and understand it's not going to be overnight. I hate when people are like, "Oh, you do this, and you'll make $100,000, $1 million overnight."
Crazy,
You're,
ain't that?
you're not. You're not. And it's not all glam. It's not all beauty. You're going to have to really get in the trenches, and that means 24 hours no sleep, 36 hours no sleep, but anything worth having is worth working for. So,
Yes, it definitely is. So you have many other products. Can you let our listeners know what different products you do have in a beauty care?
okay, so like I said earlier, I'm excited about the lip scrub with fall and winter coming up. We have eye palettes, we have lip glosses, lipsticks, matte liquid lips. We have brow pencils, lip pencils, um, highlighters, 2-in-1 duo sticks, blushes. We have, yeah, I'm like, am I missing? Oh, eyelashes. I'm like, am I missing anything?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you have everything.
I have everything.
I wanted you to say that because, like I was saying, a lot of people don't realize how much they have in a beauty care until they actually say it out loud or actually hear themselves saying
Yeah,
it.
I'm like, good grief. I've come a long way.
Yes. Yes. I think when we first met, I think you just had lipstick then.
I just had lips, and it was probably just the lip gloss. It may have just been lip
Yeah.
gloss. And, yeah.
Yes.
And now
And
look
it
at me.
girl growth, okay? So much growth. So in that time frame of you getting it, and then we're going through a lot of things as far as like tariffs and everything. Have you found it
Hmm.
a lot more difficult for you to get the things and products and stuff you need for your company?
Difficult? No. Does shipping take longer? Absolutely. Well, it depends because the tariffs are so back and forth and up and down now.
Okay.
Um, is it more expensive? Yes, but it's just a longer. But this is where the planning comes in because we knew what he said as far as tariffs were concerned. So, as a planner, I was already preparing in November once he won the election for what was to come. And I had already been doing my research on plans and all that kind of stuff. So, I was a little bit more ahead and a little bit more prepared. So when it came, it was just like, okay, number one, I had already did my bulk shipping. Number two, I found ways to get around the higher tariffs. Um, I just wasn't prepared for the delay in shipping. That's what I had. I was like, oh, okay. Instead of getting it in a couple of days, now it's taking a week. Okay,
Mhm.
now it's 2 weeks. And it's like, oh, well, wait a minute. What are we so? But I've been able to go around all of that, and we're back. We're
Good.
back. So it's until there's some more changes, but
That's
because who knows?
good. So as far as you running your company, how is your mental health?
Depending on the day. Like, today's a good, I mean, it's up and down throughout the day. Let me be clear. Some days are better than others. Some days are more stressful than others. But I've learned to take 5 minutes, and that's something I never did before.
Wow.
If I'm working, I would work. I'd look up, it's 5 o'clock. I haven't had lunch, barely had finished my cup of tea. So I'm learning to take me breaks where it's like, okay, I'm not answering my cell phone. I'm not answering any phone. I'm not looking at it. I'm leaving it here and I'm walking away.
Mhm.
And so that's what helps me. And deep breaths. I've learned to start doing a lot of deep breathing.
That's good. That's part of your self-care and boundaries and
Hmm.
everything
Hmm.
else that come with it.
Exactly. Exactly.
And it's so needed because We find ourselves so drowned into our work and
Mm,
our personal lives. We really have to take care of our health because we're getting older, not younger.
absolutely.
And just with so much out there, and as far as like in our foods and all of that, we
Yeah,
just don't know what type of health concerns we could embark. So long as we take care of ourselves, we'll be fine.
absolutely. And we have to remember stress kills.
Yes, it does.
Stress
Yes,
causes heart attacks and strokes. And, as African Americans, we have our cards stacked against us in that realm of things anyway. So I've had to learn what's out of my control is out of my control. What can I do?
yes, yes, definitely.
I can't stress over what I can't control. So,
Wow. So
yeah.
what's next for you? What do you have coming up?
Whew. So, product wise, we're always looking to launch new products. So I'm looking to expand a little more late winter, early spring of 26. I have connected with two phenomenal women, Dana Hicks Hungerford and Dawn Moss, and together the three of us have created the Underdog Tour. We're all successful in our own realm, but we've all been through a lot that could have really taken us out of here. And so we've decided to connect. Our first tour, we're doing a Carnival cruise November 6th through 10th. Um, we're also filming our Underdog Tour Don't Count Us Out docu-series. That'll be airing in early 26.
Okay.
Yeah, I just have, it's a lot. And of course, I'm speaking all over the US. So I have quite a few speaking engagements coming up. But yeah,
Wow. I'm proud of you. I really
thank
am.
you. Thank you.
I am. So how can people purchase your products and also follow you for more releases that you have coming up?
Okay, so you can follow me on all social media outlets at Natalia M Beauty. You can go directly to the website, nataliambeauty.com, and you can also shop for us on walmart.com.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And thank you everyone for tuning in to Life Heard Podcast. Make sure you subscribe and also follow us on all social media platforms and listen on audio.